You know, Austin, they say once you're in the spotlight and then it goes away, you always want it back. A little more than 7 years ago, Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, sending thousands of its employees packing. That, by the way, is just one block from here. We saw these people walking out with boxes of their stuff from their desks. Well, now the head of the firm that triggered the financial crisis still trying to make his comeback. What's the latest in that? Fox Business senior correspondent Charlie Gasparino. Exclusive.
Dick Fuld. Let me ask you a question. If you were head of Lehman and you were giving a little speech to college students at your alma mater, University of Colorado, who are in town, and you were giving a speech about your career, wouldn't you leave out the little part about Lehman Brothers blowing up? That's kind of what Dick Fuld did. At least that's what I'm calling it.
We call it burying the lead.
Burying the lead. This is what we do know. Dick Fuld, has been keeping a very low profile since Lehman Brothers collapse. Of the last year, he's starting to come out. As you know, he gave a speech in the summer about some of the stuff he's doing with his new firm, Matrix Advisors. From what I understand, earlier this week, I believe it was Sunday night. So this week, Sunday night, he gave a speech at a gathering of about 50 students from the University of Colorado, their business school students, where he gave a speech about his career on Wall Street, a 4-year career. What was interesting, I spoke to some of the students there, he left out totally the Lehman Brothers stuff.
Oh, he left it out. He didn't bury the lead. He
did not talk about it.
Edited the lead.
It was, from what I understand, a very strange sort of gathering. Dick Fuld gave the speech about his career, going way back to when he was involved with Lehman Brothers, when American Express owned it, when they spun it out. And then he kind of got to 2007, 2008, kind of skipped over that, and then went into, now I work at Matrix Advisors. And by the way, I'm open for recruiting. They actually had a recruiting pitch.
He didn't even bring it up?
That's what they say. I talked to a couple of the students who said that after his speech, there was some mingling, and what happened was they sat down to eat. He did pay for dinner, okay? Just so you know, he paid for dinner at the Angus Steakhouse.
Weed is legal in Colorado.
You think he was high?
I don't think he was. Maybe he brought it up and people didn't hear it.
I talked to. I know these. By the way, these kids, these aren't pothead kids. I spoke. No, they're really straight shooting kids. Then he apparently sat down at least one of the tables, and it was so uncomfortable he got up and he sat by himself over to the corner with a few other people. So it was a very strange thing. It's clear that Dick Fuld is trying to make a comeback, trying to increase his public profile. I don't know if he's done this in the past with his alma mater. I hear from the students that they don't think he has. So this is a new thing.
Does he give money?
Give
money to your alma mater.
I have a call into the school. I also asked the school this, and we're waiting for a response from them. Listen, I personally like Dick Fuld. Decent guy, but do they think it's appropriate for him to be speaking with their business school students? Particularly, do they think it's appropriate?
Well, if you taught them a lesson of here's what not to do, then I think it's extremely valuable.
That's not what I hear.
Had he done that, I think absolutely he should be there
but he did not do that. So I got a call into the university. Do they think this is appropriate? The dean I was just informed the dean may have a comment on this.
We love it. We welcome
the business school dean. I'm going to write this up for FoxBusiness.com. If they comment, I'll put it in there. We should point out that I called up Dick Fuld. He has no comment. He knows what we're going to say. Listen, I'm not hounding Dick, but here's the thing: when you ran the biggest, one of the firm that triggered the financial crisis, and you start to make a public comeback after basically 7 years in the dark, people are going to question that. He's with a new firm. It does some, as we reported, they have done some controversial financings, and on top of that, he's starting to teach kids. He's starting to reach out to students. It does beg the question, what are you really teaching them?
Well, in the end, the best way to clear your name is to own it. And listen, you have the guy from Catch Me If You Can, the pilot who wasn't a pilot and was flying planes.
Good point.
He now speaks to people and groups all the time.
I am telling you, according to 3 of the students I spoke to, he did not own it. He did not go there. When the time came, he did not go there.
Charlie breaks it.
If you have a dinner in New York City and you're a CEO, I might find out about it.
Yeah, be careful. The waiters love the servers. They love Charlie. Thank you very much. Okay. Charlie breaking it. Watch FoxBusiness.com, that space. He'll have it all written up.